And we're live. So yeah, Devin's got his little Brody helmet on. Or
yeah, Weasel Horse.
The Weasel Horse.
Not the stream without the Weasel Horse.
Yeah, well, he's been a fucking pain in the ass today.
Well, today, you mean since you got him?
Yes, but like more so than usual today. He's been a pain in the ass.
I mean, let's be fair here.
Yeah, go lay down. Come on. Let's not. I can't actually mute my microphone. Well, I can unplug it, but like, go lay down.
Oh no, you and your fancy podcast microphone.
It's nice though, right?
It is. It is actually really nice. It sounds a lot better than your headset did.
Right. So, and then we got Michael Heartatakakakakerman here.
That's right, we do. The man with the plan himself.
I don't know about that. But, what's that?
Man with a plan? You got a plan? We're you know, it's not like you're shooting a movie or anything, but like, yeah, you got a plan, right?
I got I don't know. I like to think I got a plan, but you know, who really knows?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You know,
dude, I've asked myself that.
Yeah,
that's one thing that anytime I've been interviewed by a job where they ask me that, which has only been maybe once or twice, but I always kind of laugh at it. I never actually answer it.
Well, it's like, who knows? Like,
I'm a 20-year-old. The fuck if I know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thankfully, where I work now, I was just like, yeah, I said, so, you know, you plan on being devoted to this company? I'm like, I mean, as long as you pay me, sure.
Yeah, but yeah, as long as you pay me, yeah, exactly.
Like, what do you think? My dying career to work for you?
Yeah.
Is this what I imagine myself doing? No, not really.
I'll be here through thick and thin, and I'll go down with the ship. Oh, okay, perfect. You're hired.
I'll kill somebody. That's what you're supposed to say, and then you make a lot of eye contact.
Uncomfortable eye contact. You just never break.
Yep. Just like never blink. No blinking. No blink. Yeah, no blinking. Just.
Oh man. Today I was actually at some good leads today on stuff for the film. Don't really need to get into it right now, but and just before jumping on this, actually, one of the prop M1 Garands that I bought, I just finished making it look realistic, and I attached a lock bar on it that I made myself. That looks really real. So, yeah,
really,
there you go.
Really.
If only you could show it on stream.
I know, that's the thing. I wish I could show it, but I can't.
God,
you know? It's right here. I'm holding it right now. It's right here.
I'm aware.
Wait,
I'm aware.
Is that a gun that I know? I just.
That's a swivel right there, but I don't think you'll get any.
Well, as long as somebody doesn't report us, because if somebody reports us, YouTube takes it down automatically.
Well, that's great. Tell them how to do it then, Devin. Why don't you explicitly tell them?
So what you got to do is there's a little button beneath the video, and you can go to more options, and then.
And then that's it?
That's right. You could do that. That's the thing you can do. You could go to more options. And
what the hell are you doing, by the way? You've been rubbing on something.
Polishing boots.
Okay.
So these are from 1944. They need some maintenance. All right. Like they're for reals. And I like to take care of them because I have another pair that I don't use, but this is the really broke-in pair. So I wear them all the time.
It looks pretty good for originals.
Well, they were finished, so they took the care of the shit out of those for the longest time. So they're really nice.
What kind of soles do they have? They're not.
Well, initially would have had leather ones, and in the 50s they kind of put rubber half soles.
Rubberized them. They vulcanized them.
So yeah, because the smooth leather, the Finns never believed in like hobnails and stuff. It's like imagine trying to fight through the winter snow in like smooth leather boots. Yeah,
flipping like a Looney Tunes character.
Yep.
But to be fair, it worked out pretty well for them. I mean, they put some numbers against the Russians.
What's wrong with hobnails? Why don't they like hobnails?
Well, hobnails, because Finnish boots were designed like with a lot of Norwegian countries. So the Swedes didn't put hobnails in their boots either because it would damage your snowshoes and your skis when you'd clip into them.
I guess that's important for
that. Skis are good when you're trying to fight Russians who have tanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone always asks that because you think like in the winter hobnails would be great for traction, but they were hardly ever just walking around in their boots, not in the winter. So
I like the
hobnails on snow. Like it's not good. It's like it's negligible.
Yeah, you get a lot of cold transference through your fucking iron hobnails right into your foot. But if you've ever had to wear hobnails out to a cold and wet environment, they are a nightmare.
I just like to, make my presence known. Like when I first met Burned, when I met Burned in person, he was wearing the full costume for his character. Like that was the first time I ever met him.
He like just pulled in the driveway and he's just there.
We pulled into a gas station and we met him there, and this is the first time I met him in person, and he's just full on. It was the first time Mike met him too. As the first full.
I'm sure that really helped with like the German accent he has and everything, just like marching around town,
Right. It was he was just standing out there in the open, and when I walk up to him, I just hear this click, 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 click with his boots.
Yep, the crunch of the pig iron hobnails.
Yeah, it's like he had two hammers and he was just hitting them on the cement.
Well, and so you remember now did you actually get that line from me? Like when I looked at him and I was like, Jesus.
No, I didn't get that line. It might have been a subconscious thing.
Yeah, it might have been.
The swastika flag fluttering behind him, basically.
No,
right.
What happened was we pulled into the gas station, and Mike is like, because Mike.
I was about to text him. Yep, I was about to text him.
He's like, okay, so I'll let them. He's like, I'll let him know we're here, and I look over. I'm like, there he is, right there, and Mike goes,
there he is.
He looks over and he goes, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, at least there wasn't a toilet full of shit there too. So I mean,
well,
there probably were.
Well, no, not in that gas station. That was maintained. They were on top of there.
There you go.
But you never know what happens in those bathrooms.
Oh, you definitely know what happens in those bathrooms. A lot of shit, dude, really late night high on meth sex. What else?
Right. We'll have to, like, from now on, we'll have to actually make that a thing of like, when we stop at a gas station traveling, we have to go to the bathrooms. Even if
there's got to be like a video of like, and here's what the gas station bathroom in this town looks like as part of like the travel blog.
Just like pristine, like thrones and like, oh, you hear angels singing, and then you get to the one like we were at, and it's like, oh shit, like something
there's
really.
Just the Krakatoa of a mountain of shit just sitting.
All the stalls are filled, and the guys are just sitting there, whether they're just like shitting or snapping one off, snow capping the shitter, like who knows? Nobody knows. But like, yeah, that was bad. That was.
Hey, at least you guys haven't walked into a bathroom yet where two people were very clearly having sex with all the noises and stuff that was going on.
I haven't seen that. When I used to work in grocery stores, we'd bust people all the time for like shooting up heroin in the bathroom.
No, that's fine as long as they clean up.
No, they would like pass out. We would like, someone's been in the bathroom for 2 hours, and we're like, oh geez. So like we had to get the key and unlock, and the guys in there like
slumped over, just cracked out his mind on heroin.
Call an ambulance.
Yep. You don't keep the whatever they call them there?
Yeah, well. No.
The what?
The Narcan.
The weird like pens you're supposed to stab people with.
Narcan.
The
Narcan. You don't stab them with that. That's an EpiPen for bee stings, clown.
I know what an EpiPen is.
You know what, Mike? I don't do enough meth to know how fucking Narcan works.
You're not even on the right drug. You're not even on the right drug.
I don't think an EpiPen would work for a drug overdose. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Maybe
probably make it worse. Yeah, bee sting, anaphylactic shock. But no, you're talking about Narcan, which they put up the nose. Okay. For people who injected and or snorted or whatever the fuck, opiates, heroin, fentanyl.
Fair.
There was one time where there was someone who was still awake in there, but they were like doing
about to pass out.
They were like, and we're like, all right, we got to get him out in the alleyway. And it was like a nightclub type thing where we like had to escort him out into the alley and just kind of send him on his way.
It'd be like somebody get a rug from the front entrance and you like scoop him up in it. And...
No, we just grabbed him it was like the bathroom at the store I worked at was like right next to the freight area where they move things into the alleyway. And it was like we just walked him back there and just shoved him into the alleyway and was like, don't come back.
Yeah, you're just like just cracking out of his mind. Yeah, and you're just Have fun with that, buddy.
Right. I'm so glad I don't live in San Fernando Valley anymore.
Yeah, California is pretty bad. It's the worst state, arguably.
Yeah. Well, and then in the apartment complex I lived in, I once found a woman collapsed in the stairwell, out of her mind on drugs. I don't know what it was, but she was passed out. I walked and I found her, and I just smelled feces immediately, and I was just like, "Oh, great!" So I had to tell the downstairs people,
There's a cracked out woman in the stairwell.
Yeah, do something about that.
Yeah,
go get her. And then I think like maybe a week later, my roommate said there's a naked woman out on the street, and I'm like, what? And she said, yeah, right next down to our building, like,
right by
yeah, I'm like right on the sidewalk. I'm like, what? And so I go over to the deck and I look down, and it's her. It's that same lady. And
same lady? Yeah. So she must have lived close by or something then.
She probably lived in the complex, and she's just standing out there. And there are people like, it was weird. There were 2 police officers standing in front of her, and they're like talking to her, and she's standing there, just like this.
Delirious, naked, not caring.
Yeah, just naked. Eventually she started trying to do handstands, which was not
sobriety. You got to prove your sobriety. Nothing proves sobriety like a handstand.
Well, I mean, you saw the physicality of this woman. There's no way she could ever accomplish it. But
yeah, weird.
She was trying to do it, and finally, like, it was so weird. Right when the ambulance pulled up, immediately the cops then put a blanket over her. It was like they needed the paramedics to be there for it for some reason.
What?
Yeah,
for the report. Yeah, actually, you have to call a medical when
somebody who has some kind of medical license or something. Be like, this person's clearly high.
I guess so. Yeah, but like for the whole time, they were for 5 minutes. They were staying there, just like talking to her. And then right as the ambulance pulled up, they're like, "Oh, good, it's here." Then they put a blanket around her. So,
okay, good.
I guess it was they couldn't touch her unless the ambulance was present or something.
It was like proving that she's
it
out of her mind.
It helps in the report. Yeah, it helps in the report when you go, we called medical showed up, then we subdued her.
Right.
Like that would look better in court if she decided to fight it.
They could have just done the normal American cop thing and shot her.
Maybe if it was 1992, but
they still do it all the time, Michael. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to be like, culturally relevant with the LA riots and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, fair.
It was LA.
Like, we literally have a trial at the end of this month for a cop who was on the force for like 8 years who confused her gun and taser.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, they're not even on the same hip.
Taser's not on the hip
or wherever it is. So
yeah.
Well, it's the kind that shoots a barb, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is like on the belt. Yeah, I've seen them with it on the belt.
Yeah, but
it's usually on the front though. It's usually on the front at an angle.
Yeah.
And
maybe she put her gun at the front
in the taser holster.
Yeah. The taser in the holster.
Not likely, but
not likely. It seems like she, in the heat of the moment, confused and nailed this guy good.
Yeah, I've held one of those things before. The taser, they're very lightweight, so it's kind of interesting.
They're fun.
Yeah, that she confused that. So
I carried them a lot, and they're.
Have you guys ever been shot by one of those?
No.
Nope.
Dude, I would probably do it, honestly, just to see what it feels like.
So you can say you have.
Well, I did not volunteer for that shit when we were getting deployed, and my subsequent roommates, both sat there on the ground and got, hooked up to each other, linked arms, and they both got tased at the same time. And when I saw them, I was like, glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, but you got to try everything once. And I hear it's not so bad. You don't really feel a whole lot. But...
No, you don't. You don't have to try everything once.
You guys have both experienced the gas before, so I mean,
CS goes away though. It's like
CS isn't so bad if you know what you're walking into. So
okay, right. But you think that shock is way worse than that?
No, I would probably honestly rather get tased, from what I understand, than go.
Wait, okay, I'll tell you guys this. Like, so those guys I was just talking about, like, we did not have a choice to get OC'd, so with pepper spray, right, and then run a defensive course in El Paso when it was hot and there was no wind and whatever. They said they'd rather get tased as far as the pain and like all that shit.
Yeah, because supposedly you don't feel it. You feel when the barbs hit you, but the second the electricity goes, you don't feel anything.
No, they said that was the worst pain they've ever felt in their entire life, but it was done. And they said OC just didn't stop. Pepper spray. I'm sorry. Pepper spray did not stop.
Yeah, I hear that's a lingering thing, and there are some that you'll like temporarily go blind from it.
Yeah, they can be that strong. Yeah, it's OC was, and I had it done a second time when I was in my technical college in 2014, or was that 15? Whatever. It was winter, and I got nailed again, and then when I had it, it wasn't as bad because it wasn't in the hot Texas sun. I didn't have to run a big course and whatever. But like OC, pepper spray, dude. If you get nailed with that shit, it's not good. It's so fucking. It's so bad. It's so bad. It just
I don't want to do that. I feel like that's a lot like going through gas chamber.
But it's worse. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, because it's literally on your face. It's not just in the air. It's literally on your face.
It's oil based too, and like CS is just it's a gas. Gets in there and then it gets out, and then whatever. OC is, oh my god, that shit was like really bad. So yeah, but that's what my friend said that they got tased. I chose to not get tased. I don't like to volunteer for pain. It's not my thing. Right?
Fair.
Yeah, it was optional, like the taser. Although I carried one.
Part of me kind of wants to try it, though. You know what I mean?
Well,
part of me.
The other night, I was out and about, and someone I work with, their roommate was there, and this guy was ex-military. I could tell by his hat. So I was like, "Oh, you ex-military, stuff like that." I said, "Yeah." I said, "What happened?" I mean, you're not in anymore, obviously. And he goes, "No, I was discharged." I said, "What happened?" He said, "We were doing the rappel thing, and my cable broke, and I fell and like broke my legs like completely, everything." I was like, "Oh shit, dude!"
In basic, he's wearing a military hat.
Yeah,
he washed out in basic.
Wait, what about the hat? Sorry.
So he said he was wearing a hat that you.
He was wearing a camel hat with the American flag in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like the colorful one. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but usually I only see military guys wear that, and so I was like, I was like, "Oh, okay. Hey, are you, ex-military?" He's like, "Yeah." So that's why, I just want to talk to him because, I have an interest in that. So I was like, "Hey, what happened exactly? Like, were you overseas or anything?" He's like, "No, and I said, "When did that happen?" And when he busted his legs, he said it happened like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something.
Yeah, so he was going through the Eagle Tower or some rappelling shit, and then fell and busted his leg in basic.
He busted both of his legs. Yeah, they broke both of them. He fell a long ways.
Dang.
Yeah, and I think he said he broke his hand too when it happened.
That's a bit much.
Fun stuff.
And that's how you get a fear of heights, kids.
I don't know. I've fallen a long ways, and I don't really have that much of a fear of heights.
You just haven't fallen far enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The one time that I kind of felt a little quiver in my foot was when last time I was at the Space Needle, and they have a glass floor that just looks completely down on everything. And you walk out onto that, and it's like, whoo, for like a minute, and then it's fine. But that was like the only time where I was just like, whoa, that's a long ways down, and I'm just looking right at it. Invisible shield.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen like the videos of that bridge in China where they have this like cruel sense of humor? They have this glass like walkway in China, and one of the like panels is like a screen, like a TV screen,
and it breaks when you step on it. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen people react to that,
and people just like freak out. Yeah,
I don't blame them.
It's a natural instinct, and people are like clenching onto the railing, and I was like, hey, you know what, China? I'm glad you guys don't have like the same lawsuits and shit that we do. Like,
I know what that was. I think it's the Grand Canyon or something. They have some kind of like bridge that's like U-shaped that goes around, and it's like a glass floor.
Yeah, a big horseshoe walkway that goes out over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever do that, Mike?
No, God no.
No, you're afraid of heights like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd try it.
You know, it's interesting. my brother, his whole thing when it comes to heights, he doesn't like being next to like a really tall building or cliff and looking straight up at it. That freaks him out for some reason.
Yeah, it's not the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, not like being on the edge of something, but coming up and like looking up to. For some reason, it freaks him out.
Yeah, like it's gonna fall over in something. You know?
Yeah.
I know guys that worked in like the lumber industry for a long time that do that because I'm from Canada and half the people are lumberjacks. Where like they were specifically like they get that fear too, where like they walk past something like a street light and they look up at it quick because they're always checking to see like if it's gonna fall, like a tree looks like it's falling, so they can get out of the way.
So like it's like a PTSD thing. So if you called out timber, they might like something might trigger in their mind. Like
well, I mean, you're always paying attention because branches are always falling off of stuff, and there's windstorms and whatnot, and you're around all these big tall trees. And here's the thing: like a lot of these trees don't develop the root systems that are in the center of the plot that you're harvesting.
Right.
Trees on the edge do because they get all the wind. The ones in the center don't get as much.
Right.
So like, as you're harvesting through, you expose some of these trees that don't have all that wind resistance from growing in that, and they'll fall over. So guys are always checking, and when they see something skinny like that, they're always looking up to see if it looks like it's going to fall.
It's like an instinct, yeah.
Yeah.
One summer once when I worked a landscaping job, it was the only time I ever did, and I worked with a guy who used to be a lumberjack type guy, a tree cutter guy, and he had screws in his down by his ankle because one time a tree rolled over and it steamed over his leg. And he said that when it happened, he looked at his foot was like facing the other direction.
Oh God.
Yeah, can you believe those guys still wear these basically?
Those types of things, yeah.
They're fiberglass. They're fiberglass, but like,
that's true. Like
a lot of the big like heavy loggers out, they have steel ones, so or aluminum.
Really?
Ones. Yeah,
they're aluminum. They're like a silver color.
Yeah. So,
but it makes sense for that line of work. That's that coming out like that, it protectes around.
Yeah, it stops it from falling on top of you.
You don't need to worry about shrapnel coming in this direction. So
yeah.
But that guy, when that rolled over on his leg, he said that then when he had it fixed, he was saying that one time he went to a fair, I think it was like the fair or something like that with his son, and he said, "Oh, my foot was just killing me," and I pulled up my pant leg, and the heads of the screws were sticking out of his
skin. Like rubbed out through his skin?
Yeah.
Ish. I don't like that.
He was like, "Oh, I got to go to the hospital, son."
My screws are sticking out?
Yeah, my screws are sticking out. How often can someone say that?
No. Oh gosh.
Oh God.
That guy was a dick, though. I mean, yeah. He had a terrible fate too. I'll leave it at that. That ended that.
There's not a lot of attractive lumberjacks out there, Michael. Like, there's a reason why they're in the woods all alone with a bunch of other men. All right. Like,
a hole's a hole.
That's right, pretty much. So
is that a thing?
Yeah,
it might be. Yeah,
with lumberjacks,
it's kind of like in the Navy when you would have barrel duty. Whoever draws the smallest straw goes into a barrel that has a cutout in it, like waist high.
Yeah. Okay. That reminds me of
bullshit, Devin. let's just
I
throw
know
that
it's
out
bullshit.
there.
You're not supposed to spoil it, Mike.
Well, there's viewers that are going to be like, well, on a live stream from Mike fucking B, I learned the Navy has glory holes.
You're right. It only happens on submarines. You're right.
This is how military myths get started.
So on submarines, yes, I'll allow that. But like on ships, man.
Shady stuff happens on submarines.
Yeah, I've known a couple of submariners, U.S. guys, and
I bet
very different breed.
Yeah, they're people that are serial killers but haven't killed anybody yet. That's who a submariner is.
Right, because they got their rush off of being confined with all their victims for so long.
Yeah,
and everybody's like, "Wow, they're all the victims." It's like, well, that's what the next guy's thinking.
The other night I read about the I think it would have been Soviet at the time. I think it was in the 80s. The submarine, the Kursk, and how during a training exercise, a torpedo on board the thing exploded, and then it sank to the bottom of the sea, and the crew were trapped in there for like like 10 days until they finally died.
Oh, so they like isolated the leak, but they were just underwater for like 10 days.
It was like it took like 10 days or something like that for the whole thing to fill with water. Like it was for all the compartments to fill with water. Yeah. And then they drowned.
At that point, do you risk getting the bends and just fucking say, screw it, I'm going to try to surface? Or
yeah, I don't know.
Well, I suppose it depends on how deep the fucking water is.
Dude, well, it's probably very deep. Yeah.
If it came between absolute death and possible bends, I would choose possible bends.
Yeah, but then you die more painfully. Drowning is a very good way to go, apparently.
Drowning is actually a pretty good way to go.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never been in that situation, so I can't say. But maybe it's something to think about.
But like, also, how cold is that water?
It was like Russian winter water, freezing fucking cold.
32 fucking degrees.
Only gets like so cold though, you know. So
yeah, 32 degrees, 33 degrees, like just on that level.
It was crazy because the Kursk was the name of the sub, and it was so like armored and everything like that when the torpedoes inside exploded, there was no exterior
damage at all.
Yeah, no, it just fucked up the entire inside of it.
Oh god damn.
I think it was like
the pressure. Yeah, he'd be done.
I think it was like initially like 30 crewmen were killed or something like that.
That's a good way to go. Just your brains come out of your ears, you're done.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
At what point do you just like start purposely just drowning yourself? Just like,
yeah, what's a better alternative? Well,
like how many days in do you go before like I'm just gonna throw myself into this 2 inches of water on the floor?
Or you grab a rifle that's on there.
In a submarine, Mike? Rifle? Come on now.
They have them. They have pistols. They have rifles. Yeah, everybody's does.
Grab a Tokarev, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say maybe some pistols, but like, I can't imagine a Soviet submarine where a guy's like, "Yep, grab your Mosin."
No, an AK, man. It'd be an AK.
Fair. By the 80s, it would be an AK, yeah.
Right.
So, have you ever heard about the Byford Dolphin incident?
No.
Okay, so it was in the 70s, and these guys who were working underground in a diving bell that prevents you from getting the bends. I forgot I don't know the science behind it, but something happened to where there was like some accident happened where it was like massive like decompression or something like in an instant, and like the guys like exploded like when it happened.
Yeah.
Like, they physically like exploded.
Yep.
Ish.
Yeah. What is that ish? What is that? Is that the regional thing?
Ish? I say ish, like icky or ish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never heard
it a lot. Like when somebody sends me something, I just go ish.
I know. Is that like a Canadian thing or what?
I've always like when I was a kid, like I heard a lot of people like friends, parents, like, do you have to go ish?
It's probably one of those like Norwegian, Swedish transfer over things that has been around for forever.
I see.
Cody, what the fuck is your problem? You were just outside. Oh my god, I'm getting so he's been a fucking nightmare.
He wants to go out in the snow, Mike.
Okay, well, there's plenty of it. All right, I'm gonna let this fucking thing out.
All right.
And if he keeps whining after I let him in, I'm just gonna put him in his fucking crate. So.
You can just put him down.
Right. No, I can't do that. You fucking prick.
Okay, so all
right, asshole. Come on.
Someone on here. For some reason, I mean, when I think of like Soviet accidents, I think I just naturally think of Chernobyl, so that's why I said 1980s. The Kursk incident happened in 2000.
That's pretty recent.
Well after the Soviet Union, but
I mean, you say that, but I mean, right now Russia's about to make a move on Ukraine to restart the Soviet Union.
Oh yeah, I know.
Been following that pretty closely.
Yeah, I have a couple.
At least I won't have to go because I have conflict of interest because my mother's Russian. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, so I get to sit that one out in a prison camp like the Japanese did in World War II. It's great.
Oh, you go to the internment, huh?
Yeah. So no, it'll be like they'll have arts and crafts and stuff this time at least.
It'll be a little nicer. You'll have Netflix.
Yeah. I'll have Netflix and a bed and shit. It'll be great. Mm-hmm. So we're getting there.
But no, for some reason, like anytime I think of like horrible Soviet stuff, I just think of the 80s, you know. So it's just,
horrible Soviet stuff.
Yeah, like when I just think of like accidents or things that they did that fucked something up, I just think of the 1980s.
Yeah, but do you ever think about all the terrible shit America fucked up in the 1980s?
Oh no, I understand that, but you know, it's something that as an American you don't automatically think about because you know.
Yeah, they censor that shit pretty hard when they're teaching history in school. I agree.
They do, yeah, but I'll never deny it. I don't ever want to deny anything that's not.
That's what I like. I like being from a country that's never did anything wrong other than kill natives for 80 years. Sorry, 280 years.
Yeah. Hey, see, you know, you're willing to admit that. There are people out there who will, you know, they'll never admit anything wrong about their country or whatever. So
no, we definitely did it, and it was pretty creative. Like credit where credit's due to whoever came up with this idea. They would murder a bunch of like women and children and bury them on government property, and then put like a school over it. So you don't notice till you like tear the school down 70 years later because you never fucking shut like a school down or anything.
Of course, yeah.
And then suddenly there's just like this mass grave from like 1970.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, you see, you know, I like how you said they got pretty creative. So you're a glass half full kind of guy.
yeah, I was like, credit where credit's due, because like you know how many like government buildings there are in the United States that are like 200 years old. I'm like, those probably got like an Indian mass grave under them. There's some old ass post office in New York that's probably just a foundation of bones. Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. God damn, dude. Someone should make a movie about that.
It's a cool thing, right? History. Next time you go to the post office, kids, to buy stamps, remember.
So someone in the comments did point out that Canada did give the world Justin Bieber, so that's a thing.
Yeah, but we also gave the world like insulin, so I mean, I think that makes up for it.
You guys have shitty music over there in Canada, like.
How dare you? You ever talk bad about Shania Twain again?
No, here's the thing, like.
Who's talking bad about Shania Twain?
He's talking bad about Shania Twain. He said Canadian music is terrible, and I'm like, how dare you? That is offense taken, sir.
The best thing you guys got going is Rush sometimes.
So,
his voice is fucking like nails on a chalkboard.
It is
not good.
Geddy Lee's voice is kind of nails on a chalkboard.
Excellent bass player. Excellent.
No, actually, never mind. The band, the Guess Who, is good. Never mind.
There you go.
Yeah, I like the Guess Who.
Okay, how about Bryan Adams? How about fucking, you know, what are we doing here?
How about fucking Shania Twain? How do you
Bryan Adams? No, back up for a second, Devin. You know, Brian, why do you say it like that?
I know who Bryan Adams is.
He just doesn't like him, is what he's trying to say.
He also didn't know he was Canadian, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, so yeah, that is exactly what your response was. I was like, you don't know he's Canadian. Yeah, Bryan Adams, decent musician, fun, good songs. A lot of good songs.
I don't know. He's got like like Summer of '69 and Run to You. Like, what else is there?
Everything I do for you. Like, I mean, come on. Like he's got some good tunes.
He does have some
you might not like them, but like they're good tunes.
That's fair. That is subjective. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean they're not good. There's a lot of music I don't like that I'm like, that's still good music to somebody. A lot of people actually. But.
Justin fucking Bieber.
We already talked about that.
Okay.
That's what initiated this.
Canada makes up for that for inventing insulin. So I mean,
well, no. So like, there's a few Justin Bieber songs that, for nostalgia purposes.
Oh my god.
I can listen. No, for nostalgia purposes.
Okay.
I can listen to. They're not like the retarded ones, like the really early shitty ones, but like, no. So, but anyway, no, Canada's not terrible in the music industry. Shania Twain, why are you shitting on her? What's your reason?
Yeah. What's wrong with Shania Twain, Michael?
What's right with Shania Twain?
She's very petite. She's very hot.
I was going to say, Michael's definitely gay now. That's 100% confirmed.
Dude, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the content. Where's the content?
Well, before Devin so rudely fucking interrupted me, I was going to say she had some banger singles. She was able with her agents and everything, her producers, to capitalize on a market of this weird evolution of country in the late 90s and early 2000s, and she killed it.
She's got like records that still hold to this day for
Okay. Good for her. I don't give a fuck.
That's fine. That's fine.
I do not listen to that type of rabble.
Yeah.
I'll just
when I duct tape you to a fucking 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire, I know what to play now.
When we circa 2007 put you in a padded room and play Shania Twain on repeat for just weeks straight, where you have food shoved under a slot in the door and there's a strobe light going for 24/7.
Dude, that's the thing is though, it's not music that's physically hurts me. It's just music I just don't give a shit about,
Yeah, dude, okay. So on Real Talk, yeah, I grew up with my mom at that point liked the country scene that was going on, Alan Jackson, Faith Hill, fucking Shania Twain, and all that shit. I grew up with it, so again, it's nostalgia. I've listened to it recently, just kind of going through, and I'm like, yeah, it's really not good. But
no, it's not compared to what it works now.
But at the time, it was like, oh my god. And she was like a fucking icon. And she was also very smart because she fucking took her money and ran.
She did. And she went off and she got married to some low life, in the middle of nowhere, actually. And her sex tape's pretty good from back when she was famous.
Wait a second. There's a sex tape.
I didn't know this existed.
There's a sex tape.
Okay.
It's in grainy 90s quality, but she literally was like, that's me, unfortunately.
Does it have the timestamp in the bottom left corner?
Yeah, it has the rolling. Yeah.
All right. Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Now I'm actually more intrigued. I like this.
So from before she was famous with her first husband, yeah.
Well, that's
You're
cool.
welcome, kids. You're welcome. Papa Devin's here looking after you, nerds.
Papa Devin.
Papa Devin.
Christ.
Change that.
When are you done shining your fucking goddamn hooker boots?
My hooker boots? When they're sufficiently shiny, that's when I'll be done.
Okay, penis. Can we maybe start looking at some photos?
Yeah, we can do that. I'll put these down after.
Shine my shoes. I want to look
that's what I'm saying. Jesus Christ, Michael.
Hey, it's an art form, a dying art form thing.
Michael's out of control. I know how to shine boots too. I just don't like doing it. I had to shine my dad's boots back in the day, when they still had the speed laces.
Yeah, the 90s speed lace boots.
Yeah. I know how to do it. It's a pain in the ass.
It's very therapeutic. I like it. So.
I was doing a movie reference, Mike.
The what?
You were like, Jesus, you're out of control. I was doing a movie reference.
My point still stands.
Yeah, you probably don't know what it is though, but
no. Okay, say it one more time.
Yeah. So Devin shined his boots. I said, shine my shoes. I want them looking like mirrors.
Don't know.
I can do that. If you have a pair of shoes that you want to be shined, send them out. I'll do it for you.
Okay, that's the Shawshank Redemption.
I've seen that movie. I just don't remember that line.
It's towards the end when Andy is right before he. Spoilers to everyone who hasn't seen it.
Spoilers to everyone who hasn't seen the 30-fucking-year-old movie.
He has got a shitty pipe dream going on in that whole movie. So
yeah, I love that part too. But it's right before he escapes, and he's the warden tells Andy to get his suit dry cleaned, and he says, "Shine my shoes. I want them looking like mirrors."
Yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's before he, and because he wears those shoes out of the prison.
He does. Well, he wears them to his cell. Yes. Yep. And then he doesn't.
And he's like, nobody will notice a man's shoes. Yeah.
How often do you really look at a man's shoes? Yeah. But
all the time, and I judge everyone who buys Nikes really hard. Just so you know.
What a fag.
But because they're not good shoes. I'm sorry.
They're not.
They're not.
That's why I stopped buying them when I got out of high school. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
I only wear boots.
I spent $1,200 on a pair of Jordans made in Vietnam for 12 cents by a 9-year-old.
So Michael. So what's funny is the Type 2 combat service shoe, very similar to what you wear on a daily basis. So
my Steve Maddens.
Yeah, I mean they really are. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
the style. So. Do you think if you could get that style of the Type 2 service or combat service shoe broken in, do you think it would be something you could wear every day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And where do you think that style came from? The whatever fucking thing you're wearing. Where do you think that came from?
That came from the GI boots. Is that what you're saying?
Right. I think so. Because very like I literally thought you were wearing them at first, like when you were wearing them, and I was like,
they look like it, yeah.
And you're like, no, these are like really expensive boots, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, they're Steve Madden's.
Steve Madden's are pretty expensive shoes, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was like, because we were doing that was a fucking great experience. Like we're sitting there walking to the creek, you're like, God damn, I should have worn my actual boots, and I'm like, those aren't boots. Michael's like, no, these are Steve Madden's.
He's basically wearing dress shoes.
Right, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know the difference. They look the same to me. Like I'm a fucking, fucking plebe,
True. I can't wait to get my pair and start fucking breaking those things in.
Those style of boots, those style of boots, they make panties flood, so they're good.
Well, right. Here's the thing is like, dude, I wore mine when I was going to school. I wore mine, and I actually get like, so I wore shoes and boots and whatever, like to campus. The only time I got comments from like random people was like when I was wearing the Type 2 repros that I was wearing, like down with the chute and everything, and they were like, nice shoes, and I'm like, thanks,
yeah.
I'm like, cool, yeah. So these look good. Like these are World War II combat shoes.
The service shoe though, if the toes are way more rounded than the Steve Madden's that I have.
Yes.
And
yes.
That's
for wool socks. Yep.
Right.
You gotta accommodate possibly up to 4 pairs of socks in those.
Yep.
Right. But no, I would totally wear those just as like a day-to-day like boots. Because
I did. And it was pretty cool. Like it's because like when I was breaking them in, I got blisters like a motherfucker.
Way hard, yeah.
Oh my God. Because I was wearing cotton socks with them. Like, so that's one thing that I fucked up on. But like it's I wore them, and like once you get them broken in, because I got very wide feet and they're made in like a regular width.
Yeah.
Once you get them broken in, it's like these are pretty cool. Like they're very comfortable. And I loved it, like in the snow in the winter, like this time when I was going to school. In the snow, it would say U.S. Army backwards.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In each step that I took, it was awesome. It was awesome.
That's fantastic.
Good shit. You want to do photo?
Sure.
Okay. Unless Mike has more boot stories he wants to tell.
Oh, what a fucking visceral prick you are.
Hey.
Hey, no, I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
So I told you earlier kind of about this one, Mike. So we'll just
so we're gonna start out with that one?
That's the first one I got, yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna spring it on me. All right, let's do it.
Spring it on you, yeah.
And I also said I want to wait. I haven't seen this. He asked me if I wanted to see it earlier or wait, and I'm gonna wait.
For one, it's a rare photo to begin with, but not only is it a rare photo, it's an HD version of it. I just got this. Yeah, so it was kind of a treasure.
Do it.
All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's the guy.
It's the guy. It's our guy. As far as I know, this is the only photo from World War II of Murphy in like fatigues.
So when is this? Do you know?
This is in the literature says this is like March or maybe early April 1945 Germany.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Germany because of this sign up here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good point. Yep.
This I forgot how to, but this is a
what?
This is a state in Bavaria.
Schweinfurt. Schweinfurt.
And this is an advertisement for this type of beer right here called.
Yeah, it's the brewery Rot.
Yeah.
Schweinfurt.
So he was getting a beer. Look at that.
Well, this is battalion headquarters right here. See the sign?
Yeah, of course. Battalion headquarters is in the beer factory.
So zoom out a little bit. Yeah, he's wearing obviously an M43 uniform.
Yeah, 43.
He's got a belt on.
What I find interesting is that he's got a shrimp net on his helmet.
I was just going to say that next. Yeah, got a shrimp net with his liner chin strap is not over it though.
Nope, and you can see his LT bar underneath the thing. So he was a lieutenant here. So this is late war.
Yeah, and he's just zoom out again. Yeah, it's he's got a kind of cravat going on there with the whatever the hell.
The neckerchief.
Yeah, the neckerchief.
Well, yeah, he's an obster now. He's got to be fanciful.
No, but like it's also practical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and you got LT bar right there.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. First lieutenant. Yep.
Yeah, and he's carrying a map, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
I don't know. Is it?
That's what the literature says. That's what they assume.
It's a very weird, like pixelated map.
Well, yeah, but this movie has or not this movie. What I'm talking about, this photo has been in a lot of books, and in every book it says he's carrying a newspaper. But this HD version, they think that this is actually a map.
Yeah, it's not a newspaper.
Yeah.
Or it could be like zoom out just a little bit, not much, but like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see.
Because what are the things on the top? Like,
I think that's because it's folded. Those are corners.
Yeah, but like
bits of the map.
Yeah, up where Michael's. Yeah, you just had it, Michael.
Right here.
What are those? They're shiny, and they're.
It might be the map case that he carries it in that he can draw with the grease pens on it.
Could be. Yep.
Yeah.
I also love the 1911 pouch that he's got right there.
Yeah. I showed this to. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say it's cool because he's also carrying a 1911 in a holster that is modified.
No, that's what I showed this to Brian earlier, and he said that he's cut the flap of it off.
Right. It's modified. Yep.
You can draw it faster.
A lot of the guys did that because a 1916 holster will actually hold that fucking weapon in there very tightly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
the
a
flap
big
is
flap too. Like it comes like a lot of the way down the grip and shit too. So you can't even get a good purchase on the handgun until you lift the flap up.
Right. And so a lot of the guys just cut them off and just deal with it with snow or rain or whatever. It's like, well, it's still gonna be fucked up.
Yeah, if you dunk that shit in enough grease, it'll be fine in the rain.
So zoom out a little bit so we can see the holster and the 1911 pouch. Yep. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, he's a lieutenant, so he's gonna be carrying a carbine, and yeah, he's gonna have that. But like at this point, like it's probably like zoom out all the way. It's probably apparent that like they're about to win. They know that.
Yeah. So this is right after he would have gotten what's it called? Being considered for the Medal of Honor.
Right, and Colmar. Yeah, the Colmar pocket. Yep.
So whoever took this photo probably was like, "Hey, you're that guy who was nominated for a Medal of Honor. Let me get a photo of you." You know.
Yeah, he's probably just like, yeah, okay, cool.
There's probably some guy that was just like me when we first put the pic. Hey, you're the guy. It's the guy.
So okay, but like zoom in on him, just like get him in the frame, like his whole body.
Okay, if I can.
Just like zoom to the left. Yeah, there we go. So judging from the size of the 1911 on his hip, right?
He's small.
And the size of the 1911 pouch, very little guy. Very little.
Small dude, yeah. He was 5'4", I think. Yeah.
But he's like really skinny too. Like he's a very small dude.
Yeah, it looks like you could almost get a second head in that helmet.
Yeah.
Right.
But when he was when he received the citation or like, you know, we're considering you for a Medal of Honor, they sent him to the battalion headquarters so he could stay away from the danger because they didn't want him to die. You know,
right.
Yeah, we're going to make an example out of you. Yeah. You're going to be propaganda now. We don't. Right. We need you to live. Yeah,
we need you to live. So probably that's what I'm saying. Like probably when he was working this job in headquarters right here, someone was like, "Oh, hey, you're that guy that's going to get that Medal of Honor. Here, let me take a photo of you.
You're the guy from the papers."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, his uniform is pristine. It's not all fucked up like it would be if he was on the front.
Well, it's been worn, but like it's been worn just like normally.
Yeah, it's like an around the office signing papers, carrying maps around, posing for photos type of jacket.
Right, exactly.
You can see comm wire going into this window right here that's slightly ajar, as they say. And so yeah, this is some kind of headquarters that was originally like a pub or something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just like exactly.
But that's cool. Yeah,
coming down. And
first battalion CP, 15th
131.
Yep. Infantry, and then this is probably an F right here, INF. This is probably an F that's been cut off right here. I think so, right?
Yeah, could they just they probably ran out. Like whoever was stenciling that probably fucked up and was like, well, I can get the post because like
the post to the F.
Yep, and because it's different than the I, so
it looks even though it looks like 13th, it's actually 15th. It's the stencil is all.
Oh, it's really fucked up. Yeah,
so because
151st.
Don't they know people can't fucking read that shit? Just do it normal.
Right, but like, this says 15th INF, which infantry. But I think that part of the sign right here, this is supposed to be the rest of the F right here, but
somebody fucked up. Yeah, they got punished.
Or the post is just in the way because it's like inside of a fucking.
Well, no, but like it's so like when they were like making the sign, they probably were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Even the end, like 1st Battalion, like the end is pretty much cut off, and so it was. Murphy says
in his book To Hell and Back that the sign for for 1st Battalion was a diamond, so this coincides with that.
Oh god, the stenciling is so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a war on.
15th Infantry. Oh my god.
Oh well. But pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I like that the headquarters is in a brewery. Of all the buildings they could pick, it's like that one, the beer factory. Do it.
Yeah. Where else do you do it?
Well, it's gonna be strong.
Yeah, fair.
So
I do have another photo that people claim might be Audie Murphy, but I am dubious about it. Should we look at that one? All right. I like the word dubious rather than skeptical. I have to find it. What? What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I'm just nothing. I'm just hanging out, living life. Just happy to be here. You know.
What? I can say what with an H.
It was the last day of my job, so I'm celebrating.
Oh, that's good.
Start a new one.
Quitting or getting fired?
No. This one was kind of like 2 months in the making for quitting.
Oh, right. Okay. I remember you talking about that.
I trained my replacement today.
Train your replacements.
Good luck.
Train your non-coms. Trust your replacements.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. All right. This isn't exactly an HD version, but we can still see stuff. Now it's kind of interesting because there's some different types of uniforms and things in this. So you can tell it is 3rd Infantry because you can see the patch right here.
Yep.
But people say that they think this might be Audie Murphy right here, which
no.
The facial structure's all wrong.
Right. Other than that, there's no other info attached to this photo. So that's that.
Right. No, I think those people are blind.
The people in the photo or the people who claim that that's Audie Murphy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Everyone looks like they got their eyes set.
I mean, it's 3rd ID, like for sure, but like and they're sitting on what appears to be a truck that I don't know if it's like a, you know
what?
The door's open on the left.
Guys that have their hands in their pockets, and that's not acceptable.
Right. Okay, Sergeant Major. Okay. Whoops. But no, like so the door is open on the left side of this photograph. It's a truck of some sort.
That's the driver's seat because this is the back of the truck right here.
How do you know it's the back of the truck? Maybe they're on the hood.
You can see the canopy.
It is. Yeah, okay, the flap.
Oh, there's the canopy,
flap. Yeah, I had to look at that closer. I'm sorry. Yep. So so sitting in the back, it's driver's.
I like the guys with their fancy dust goggles. Those are cool.
That's probably like the guy with the spec the Tech 4 is probably the truck commander, And then the guy with the other goggles above him is probably the actual driver of that truck.
I do like that Tech 4 guy, though. He's actually got some pretty rare goggles. Those are the Polaroid ones.
Yeah,
they had the rubber gasket around the lenses, and they were the only ones that were like that. The other ones were like foldable ones.
Yep, and they started like polarizing lenses back then to like negate reflection and glare off of shit.
Am I crazy, or are some of these guys wearing M38 jackets?
Could be.
Like, I swear this looks like a button right here. This looks like a pocket flap.
Probably.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at the guy sitting behind the Polaroid goggles guy, the other guy with the glasses, you can see what looks like a glove hanging out of that higher up pocket on the left there.
What, this right here?
Yeah.
Or
the guy to the left of him, those are very clearly pockets that are higher up too. Because you can see they're kind of used.
Yeah, so I was like, these kind of look like M38s rather than M41s.
Could be.
Probably.
Except for the guy who apparently is Murphy. That looks like an M41 to me.
That's not Murphy. Yeah.
I know it's not Murphy, but that's who. That's
people say it's so funny. It's so funny that they would do that. It's just like now.
People want answers, man. So they'll attach meaning to things that have no meaning.
Yep, exactly. And to me, the answer is no. It's not him.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe if I squint real hard and jerk my head real fast, maybe.
Squint real hard like this guy's doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because these guys are in direct sunlight. These guys got their heads cut off up here, unfortunately.
Oh.
I mean, in the photo.
How do you know that's not Murphy? No.
Like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, I know pretty much almost everyone names and such who like were around Murphy during the war, and like none of these guys are any of them.
Right.
So it's a mystery who these people are. You know, they clearly were real people. Unfortunately, they're kind of lost to history.
I bet they had something to do with that truck at one point.
Yeah.
That's that mystery solved. On to the next one.
Thank God you solved that mystery, Devin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just put a little plaque in a museum with my name on it somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Someday, somehow, maybe.
So that's a fun one. 1 second. I'm getting Murphy people messaging me right now.
Uh-oh.
Murphy people?
Are they watching this?
They're watching this too, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of them said, "Send me that photo." The first one, that we looked at.
No, the HD one, yeah.
The HD one, yeah.
Do it for $20.
I will.
Create an OnlyFans account. OnlyFans account. I get awesome Murphy pictures, and you can tip me and then pay for this bundle.
How crazy is that? Audie Murphy is on OnlyFans. How weird is that? I don't think I want to think about that.
How fast do you think you'll be sued by somebody that's related to him?
Dude, I've already almost been sued a number of times already, and I haven't even made the movie yet.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun.
Just wait till it comes out, Michael. Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm waiting. I'm preparing for it. No, but
we've got it. We're good.
They then go on to say the photo we just looked at. They then go on to say, "I always thought that was him, but now I agree with you after hearing all this."
Yeah, I agree that you were blind up until just now too.
He's just kidding.
Well, Devin's being a dick.
I have been drinking, which I'm going to continue to do.
You're always drinking. I think you're yeah.
He's a fucking Canuck. That's what it does.
No, I'm sending you that HD photo right now, so you'll get it here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Jake, our friend.
I'm glad though. Like at least somebody, we got one mind swayed tonight going, that's not him.
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
That is pretty good. I'm glad we saw that.
It's very good. It's very good.
We need to put an end to these myths.
Yep.
We do.
So for Felonious, I have one that Jake Brown just sent me. He's the guy who likes to send stuff. Yeah, he just sent me one.
Knows a lot of stuff.
He's got good things. So.
He does have a lot of good things.
No memento. Here we are.
Hurry up. Wait on you.
I wonder how many smellies are going to be in this picture.
Hurry up.
Oh, see, Mike can do the ASMR now because he's got the...
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Look at that.
Yeah. So you got one smelly.
Yep, and then we got a Panzer Shrek. That guy's got a turtle helmet on the left. The other guy's got a Mark II.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
the guy on the right's got a number 4, and the guy on the left's got a 1928 A1 or 1928 variant.
And then this guy's got
a Weebly
revolver hanging on the pistol case, the Webley revolver. There's a second
Weebly.
Panzer Shrek. They have 2 of them.
There's one down there, yeah, and bundles of rockets. It looks like you can see the designation down there.
This could be Normandy, could it?
Definitely Normandy. It looks like more Normandy than. This is definitely not Anzio or Italy or something like that.
No. So, this is probably pretty northern France. So.
Mm-hmm.
It proves that literally like nothing changes. Like this, I mean, Jesus Christ.
There's a guy standing in front of a Panzer Shrek that we found on the side of the road.
The dude has his finger on the trigger too. Look at that.
Yeah, they're just horsing
there's no rocket in there. It doesn't matter.
No, it's funny, but I have seen photos of U.S. guys with captured Panzer Shreks, and they think this is the trigger right here, which is the cocking.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But like every time I see pictures of, they're always like holding onto that part, like that's the trigger. It's I mean, they don't know any better, they weren't trained with it, so I don't blame them.
They got their cool battle dress on, and there's a lot of stuff going on in this picture.
It's a good one.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
The guy on the left has to be pretty. I mean, you can't really tell because he's just wearing his like regular like undershirt. But I'm guessing by the fact that he has a revolver, he's probably some kind of higher rank.
Yep.
NCO or something?
No, officer.
I mean, usually officers were the only people that got revolvers in the British military. So
he's smoking too.
Yep, he's smoking a cigarette.
He's smoking. He's having a fag.
That's right. Next to a bunch of rockets.
Yeah, smart.
Fuck.
What's this solid black thing on his back? Can you tell what that is?
That's a Thompson. That's a 1928. Or no, that.
I don't see that.
What do you see?
I see a block of black. That's why I'm asking. What the hell is?
Well,
it?
there's a sling going around it, so it's a weapon of some sort. That's a 19. Hold on, the front sight.
I can't tell what that is.
The front sight is very weird, but it looks like a Thompson.
It looks very square, like it's a Thompson.
But the front sight is very,
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's just a blade unless it's at a weird angle or something.
Is that a Mark V?
No.
No, because it's not. Yeah, it's square. Yeah. What the hell? That's really weird. Like the front sight looks very weird.
Someone says maybe a Sten, but I don't think so.
No, it's without saying a Mark V would be a Sten, but
right,
it's.
I don't think it's a Sten.
I think it's a Thompson of some sort.
I think it is too. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a binocular case around his neck. It looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's pretty much an officer, given the revolver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely is an officer, and even with a Thompson, he'd be an officer, and he's just they're fucking around. They're having fun.
Well, yeah.
What it looks like is like they're examining it, and the officer is like, "Hey, mate, just that. Wouldn't this be funny if somebody?" And then the guy is like examining the blast shield. And he's like, "What is this? Like I didn't." And they're just like on totally different wavelengths, but like the officer's got his finger on the fucking trigger. Well, no, he doesn't. It's actually below the trigger.
For sure. I'm glad that you pointed out that was a number 4. I thought it was a Smelly, but you can see the front barrel band.
Yeah. So go ahead. To the right a little bit. Yeah, that's a number 4. The barrel band.
Number 4.
Of course. Yep.
Very fun.
You got the shrimp nets with the scrim in them.
Oh yeah.
I always love helmets with netting on them. It just looks awesome.
For sure. Yep. See, that guy's got his Band-Aid in the right spot so you can clunk your head onto a brick wall and go to sleep.
Yep.
So
good stuff. Well, I was talking about Panzer Shreks and screwing around and stuff like that. There's kind of I don't know if it's famous necessarily. I've never seen an HD version of it, but there's kind of a funny
is it the one where the guy's putting his junk in the back of the Panzer Shrek?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, let's just show it to the guys in case they haven't seen it.
Yeah, you guys will get a kick out of it. It's a good photo.
I mean, soldiers will be soldiers. Am I right?
Right. It's not a surprise.
Really, nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. Yep.
Send it.
Send it. Boom. Oh, I've been castrated.
There are some really interesting Panzer Shrek photos. So if you don't mind, we can do some Panzer Shrek photos.
I do like Panzer Shreks. Panzer Shreks are great.
We could do that. Yeah. I mean, it's fucking fun. Right, Shite photo. The Whinery is analyzing historical photographs. So
what I find interesting about the Panzer Shrek, I mean, obviously you guys know this, but it didn't start with that blast shield. It started.
It started with just a tube like the bazooka did. Yeah.
They realized they made it bigger than the bazooka, and there's a little bit of sparks.
There's more fuel that is burning. That is, yeah.
Yep. Well, the rocket continues to burn after it leaves the end of the tube. So
right.
It's a little dangerous.
Even with the Americans, like the M1 and the M1A1, like they still
get burned with the bazooka.
Guys wore the gas masks to protect their face. So
yep. But
yeah.
But the interesting thing though is that before that blast shield was like they officially made a blast shield. You'll see some photos of German soldiers with just like improvised like pieces of steel like bolted to the front of it.
Yep.
You just like cut little pieces of holes and tie a shoestring around a mask with little eye slits in it or something.
They would take their gas masks and put it on their face without the filter on. They would do that, but like there are some photos like this one right here where they just like found some piece of scrap metal and just bolted it to the front of the thing.
Yep.
And they cut a hole in here so he could see.
It's got like a garbage can just bolted onto the front of the Panzer Shrek.
Yep. And this is a pretty good one because that's a sharp edge. You can see he can dig that into the ground and really brace that thing.
I mean, it's not like they had a ton of recoil anyways.
No, but like I mean, the sparks and shit that flew out of there was like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Panzer Shreks like in movies used before. I've never seen a movie that makes it look real when they fire. I've seen a lot of stock footage of like training of these things being used, and like, man, it is insane when these things.
Yeah, it's an explosion that goes off. Like there's minimal recoil because the back is open and whatever.
It's venting gas as fast as it's moving forward. So.
Right, but it's like it's insane. Like it. So like when I was in basic, we actually got to I didn't shoot one, but like some guys had to shoot live AT4 rounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we watched the AT4, which is basically the modern equivalent of this.
They're super cool, by the way, because they're fiberglass and they feel like they weigh nothing.
Right, but same concept though, right? Recoilless and whatever. And we saw that, and when I saw that being fired, it's literally like simultaneously the front end and the back end explode. It's boom, like it's such a loud fucking noise, and there's so much like I was about like probably 80 yards away from that, and I could still feel the air displacement. And yeah, we'll get to that in a second. And it's like, yeah, these things are ridiculously powerful.
For sure.
Ridiculously powerful.
Which scared me about it because it's literally a fiberglass tube with those big cups on the end are rubber to keep you from damaging this rocket launcher if you were to accidentally drop it.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're worried about you breaking it if it takes a slight fall from like waist height. So they put rubber cups on the end. And then they're like, yeah, just shoot this anti-tank rocket out of this plastic tube.
Oh, yeah. Jonesy's on here. Backblast area clear. Yeah. I have a funny story about that. Like what I just told you about the AT4 range. Very funny.
For sure.
Jonesy, are you able to come on? It's Friday, so probably not. But let me know in the comments if you're able to come on.
He's cool.
Continuing. a lot of things like it's a lot of people see Panzer Shrek like photos like this where like again this is the guy, the shooter.
Blast,
he has his gas mask on with his filter off, you know, and he's got like big fucking gloves on and everything. And this was just so like such a pain in the ass to like get ready to do this. That's why they did the blast shield instead. So earlier, like before they actually started making them with that blast shield, you'll see again, you know, like photos like this is just a piece of like cardboard that's put on here.
Yeah.
They painted like to look it's kind of like World War I camo almost.
The lines and the
G graphic.
That's probably a piece of glass in there to protect it.
Plexiglass or whatever.
Plexiglass, and so you'll see that sometimes. Other photos like this, that's just a piece of sheet metal that's on the end of it right there.
Right, yeah.
It's just cool. Yeah, you don't really. I've never seen anyone really talk about that, but they would.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about that helmet cover really quick.
Right, go ahead.
That is not an official helmet cover. That is a piece of Zeltbahn that is held on with a wire.
Yeah. Look at this dude's net helmet over here. That's kind of
that's really weird.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's probably a piece of like cargo net or something that he found.
Don't anybody tell Germany, but they're slipping. They're gonna lose if they keep doing stuff like that.
Right. No, that's a really cool pic. Like
that is a really
net,
really
I have
cool
no
picture,
fucking
actually.
clue. I have no fucking clue about that net.
I mean, people probably skip over this one, like it's not that great, but I think this is probably one of the more interesting pictures I've seen.
Very.
This one that we're looking at.
Yeah.
You got. So his Waffenfarbe is infantry, late or mid-war because it's very dark.
It's an original color photo. It's not color.
Yeah, no, I know that it's Kodachrome. It's original and obviously staged, but like their gear is not like they would have had that.
Yeah.
And so the guy took a piece of a Zelt and just threw it on his helmet and put it on with a wire. And I don't know how he's securing it to the inside. Or maybe he's not. Zoom in on the helmet cover, the Splinter helmet cover.
This one right here.
Yep.
He's got like a wire wrapped around it.
Well, yeah, we know that, but like, how is it? Is it secured to the inside or is it just?
He might have it so long where he can tuck it up under the liner, you know.
Yeah, but like you can see the rim though. Like it's an M42 helmet. You can tell it right there.
Yeah. But I think it's wrapped around. It's probably just tight.
Yeah, it probably is. Like it's very tight and like very used.
I'm guessing he's got it slipped up under that fucking band under the helmet.
Yeah, of course. And like, that's fucking nuts.
That is
do you know when or where this was taken? Michael?
Let me look at where I got the source from right here.
Well, I mean, it's obviously pre-blast shield, so I mean,
right?
But like, well, again, a lot of them were issued without blast shields, so who knows?
No, I don't have any other info on this photo. It's just it's used on this website where I found examples of improvised Panzer Shrek.
Yeah,
this guy was probably shooting at Audie Murphy for all we know.
All right, can you go back to the net too, close up?
Yeah, this one right here.
Yep.
That
is insane. That looks like a post-war. No, it doesn't look like a post-war. Oh my god! Like this is. Zoom in a little bit more.
That looks like a doily he got off somebody's table.
Right, and dyed it like black or green.
Yeah. Because it's got small circles and medium circles and big circles.
But they're oblong too. Some of them they're all shaped differently.
It looks like a doily, like he pulled off somebody's fucking tablecloth and dyed it and just threw it on his helmet.
Holy shit!
Whatever you got,
dude. Zoom out a little, yeah, and that's fucking insane. I've never seen that before. That's awesome.
I kind of want a German helmet that has a doily helmet cover now.
Because you can tell there's a big hole in the top where probably like the centerpiece was, right?
From where it rubbed. Oh, no, it looked like it probably rubbed there and it broke.
You think so? Oh, it did break. You could tell, yeah. It did break.
But it's definitely like, this guy's like, I'm going to turn this fucking doily into a helmet cover.
Whoa. That's awesome. That's a great photo.
You got to put a helmet together like that now, Mike. Could be like,
it's also an M42. You can see the rim. You can see the rim.
See the unrolled rim, down here.
That's probably why it's so cut up along the rim.
I'm guessing Eastern Front. I would just guess.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
Probably. And then, of course, you got the big improvised blast shield right here.
Right. It's probably like somewhere around Kursk. So That's what I would guess. Not a fact. Not a fact. Not a fact.
These are obviously their rocket bungles right here. But,
the boxes.
And then the literature claims that this one is France, 1944, Normandy. This also is another improvised blast shield, but who knows?
His helmet's like really heavily camouflaged in the fucking.
Yeah.
Look at
He's
that.
got a lot of.
That's some rough textured shit. That's a lot of rough textured camouflage. Holy fuck. Or rough texture with mud on it.
Yeah, true.
It's also an M35.
It is an M35.
Yep. Wow. Awesome. And we have the blast shield. Go up a little bit to the upper left. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, it's very improvised.
It's like a piece of wood.
Well, it looks like well, it could be steel, but it could be like a steel taken off of like a fucking anti-tank gun or a howitzer that like the shield got hit.
Or a piece of laminated wood.
He's got a hole cut in there nicely.
Right, yeah, for the sights. That's awesome. But you see, the hole is not black. It's not blackened.
No, of course not.
The other holes are, so they. Man, who knows?
Well, the ones that finally came out that had the actual blast shield, they have a little pocket right below the sight of little pieces of plexiglass to change that out when it gets burned.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So if you ever look at a Panzer shrek on the inside of it that's facing the shooter, there's a little box right there that contains like 4 pieces of plexiglass to change out that sight. Yeah, because it's gonna get burned over time.
Just turn your head away; it'll be fine.
Can you imagine like if it didn't have the blast shield and like just ducking your head down and just the whole top of your head gets fucked up?
Just your helmet is now just black on the top.
Zoom in on the helmet again. I love this. Zoom in on the helmet.
Okay.
Wow.
He's got so much fucking paint and other garbage on that thing.
Mud, paint, sawdust. It's what's that hook that he's got going on?
It's right here. Who the fuck knows?
Well, it looks like it's a wire going around, but it's
lower it looks like there's a wire running underneath, kind of around the base.
Yeah, but like underneath, but it's like lower than what they'd usually wear that. But like maybe that was his thing. Like Jesus.
Who knows? He fucking painted over it though. It looks like so.
Well, and also the split pin above the hook looks like it's coming out.
Fair.
You know what the fuck?
I mean, it's a 35 this late. If it's from when Michael says it's from, I mean, that's probably been through some shit.
Yeah, that's what the literature says. I mean, that's. I'm not saying it's factual, but that's what the literature says.
But that is an M35 helmet. We can tell from the vent hole and everything. But
his uniform looks pretty worn too.
Yeah, the shoulder boards are not in good shape.
Tearing off. This guy's definitely seen some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 4 hand grenades. You know he's ready.
Yeah.
None of them have launcher, I guess. So I mean,
I think all of them still have the caps on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pose photo, obviously. This thing is like people don't realize that most photos in wartime are posed. Even today, most photos are posed.
Well, I don't know a lot of cameramen that want to try to line up a perfect shot while there's a fucking war going on.
Right. Well, there's a huge firefight engagement going on. Yeah.
You can.
You guys gotta hold still. The shutter speed.
The way you can really tell if a photo was taken in combat is when it's like nothing is in focus and there's like no subject in the foreground or anything. It's just a random photo taken at a whim.
And everyone's laying down.
Everyone's laying down, or like there's like motion blur or something like that. That you can tell that's when a photo was actually taken in combat.
Yep.
Okay, so Jake Brown sent me some more Panzer Shrek ones. He didn't send me these ones. I got these ones from somewhere else, but he sent me this.
Perfect. I got a few more minutes before I gotta go. So.
Yep. Jake, it better be good.
Better be good.
This is Italy.
That is Italy.
That's the this one's broken though. Look at the bent back right there.
Yeah, it's all fucked.
It's done.
Yep. So, but that's the first one without the blast shield.
All right. Well, scroll down a little bit.
Scroll
28A1 right there. Bam, bam.
They paid for those with gold. Every Thompson that the British bought was paid for with gold.
Yeah, when the gold stopped being able to come over the Atlantic, the Americans were like, well, shit, this isn't good.
They'll be like, well, we'll lease it to you for gold.
They did, and then a lot of ships got sunk, and then it's like, well, the Australians go, well, hey, America, they're gonna bomb me at Pearl Harbor here in a couple weeks.
America's like,
nah, right.
That never happened.
We're okay.
Yeah. What are those people gonna do? They're not even white.
Right.
My God.
But yeah, the back of that thing is fucked.
Yeah, something hit that or whatever.
The track is off that fucking tank, whatever kind of tank that is.
Some kind of Sherman, it looks like.
Yeah. It looks like they're in
it's probably an M4A3.
Both the fucking tracks are off. There's another one behind him.
Yep. Not good.
Wow.
Italy was fucked up. Italy was really bad.
So I think this is the next one he sent. I think this is actually the same guy. This is just from a different angle. I'm pretty sure this is the same guy.
Yeah. It looks like it's the same place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, same guy, same place. Yep.
So I say, let's get a cool pose with that fucking rocket launcher there.
That's an officer too. You can tell because he's got
binoculars. Yeah.
And he's also got a pip on his epaulet.
And if you look at his pattern 37 webbing, he doesn't have pouches. He has the the adapters.
Yep.
That go over the belt. Because normally the suspenders, Michael, hook to the back of the ammo pouches. But they made these little braces that just go over the belt for the officers, and that's what those are.
Interesting. Okay. So I always love like photos
of course.
Without also the fact that Italy has not really been documented in terms of like war movies. I love photos of the Italian campaign just because it just I don't know. There's something about the aesthetic of it all that's just interesting.
It's all the mountains and the hills and the rubble,
and you get like these what I call these skeleton trees. You get these skeleton trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere. It's just it's just a crazy looking like antiquity.
Wait, there was a war in Italy? I wasn't aware.
Yeah, well, it's just like it's antiquity, and it meets like the at the time modern warfare and stuff like that. It's just really interesting to me.
Yeah,
I think what really sets it in for me is how every fucking soldier took a picture in front of the Coliseum.
Yeah,
right.
I've seen a lot of those. Also, Mount Vesuvius erupted again when during that. And,
during the occupation and stuff. Yeah,
you can see photos of GIs heating their meals over it.
That was a great one where they're sitting there like they got their mess tins on the lava. It flows pretty slowly, like when you get down far enough. And they were just heating their meals, and that's awesome. Yeah. Because my grandpa actually had pictures of Vesuvius before, during, and after the eruption.
Oh,
of course, those pictures are gone. I actually saw them when I was a kid, but
stuff happens. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma, any picture that didn't have my grandfather in it, she threw away when. Anyway, that was fucked up.
Just talking to someone who, a fellow Audie Murphy enthusiast today about the fact that she works for the foundation that preserves his history, and she said, I think it was like her exact words were like, I get so fucking frustrated by all of these fucking families that don't care about what their relatives left behind and they throw it away.
Yep. And that was when I was in high school. We had a bin, like a Tupperware bin full of pictures. And my grandma said, oh, I'd love to see those again. I haven't seen those in years. And so of course, it was my grandfather, her husband, that took them, and she literally just chucked all the pictures that didn't have my grandfather in there because there's a lot of pictures of French girls and Italian girls that my grandfather cheated on her with, and did all that shit.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he was having the time of his life. There's a war on it doesn't count.
And then it happened like when he was back in the States with the family too. But like she, in her mind, it was like any picture. He had pictures like when they were in Germany in 1945. He had pictures of like tens of thousands of POWs just sitting there, German POWs, just sitting there, and like good photos. And she threw them all away. And I actually I respected the hell out of my grandmother. I still do. I actually yelled at her. I was like,
that was like a really poor decision.
Why the fuck did you do this? What didn't have him in the picture?
Threw away.
And I got so mad at her, and I don't know. It's like I regret fucking ever just giving her.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I got really mad. Like I did not ever disrespect my grandmother, and I did that time, but it was warranted. And she was like, "Well, you don't understand. Like, it wasn't. World War II isn't just this fun thing that you just learn about. Like, I experienced it.
Have you seen the uniforms? Like, come on now.
Well, she's like, it's not this thing that you just learn about, and you never. I experienced it. Your grandfather did this, and this, and then he left me because of it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ,
so frustrating.
It was very frustrating.
Kind of jealous, not gonna lie.
Well, rightfully so. Like, I'm not gonna tell the whole story on here, but rightfully so. And I get why she did it. I just don't like the fact that she did it, and that I have seen these pictures, and I wish I could take something from my mind and like make it an actual image, because those pictures were so. God, they were so
I
interesting.
should go through some of the old scrapbooks and get all the cool shit that I have. I've got some cool actual like hard copies of photos from like back in the day.
Well, my grandfather actually was one of the first units to liberate Dachau, right?
Fun.
Not a good place to be, but he was in there in the first couple of days, and those pictures were gone before I was even born, because it was pictures of like the prisoners with nothing, just skin and
like
bones,
hanging
skeletons.
on the fences, just skin and bones.
Yep, exactly, like looking at them. And then it was also the ditches when they got in there that were still smoldering.
They tried diesel on them. Like, everyone's close, kill as many as you can and leave. Yeah.
Well, no, get rid of as many bodies as you can. They were already dead. Like, they were done. And so he had those pictures, and it was weird because my uncle, they're doing a Holocaust unit in their school, and he brought those pictures. He said, "Yeah, my dad took these at Dachau and whatever, and showed them for whatever." And then the year later, like, one of his friends in a class below him was like, "Hey, can I use those pictures for doing our project?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And so he lent the pictures to her, and that night her house burned down.
Ooh.
With all the pictures.
Burned down, or was arsoned?
Burned down. It was right. But like, so it burned down, and it was also a brick house, and so basically those pictures were gone before I was born, but like I still had all the pictures, and it showed my grandfather sitting on a roof in Italy in 1943, Fifth Army patch on, because that's what he was in, Fifth Army. I don't remember exactly what unit. And he's just like, and they actually got that from a still from one of the like the little films they'd show you before you went to a movie, right? They'd show you like, "Oh, here's what we're doing in the war.
Here's an update of the war." Yeah.
Right. And so my grandma was like in there with a couple of her friends, and sees my grandfather on the screen, and she goes, "Oh my God, it's Lawrence. Oh my God, it's Lawrence." And so like they got it, like they said, "Oh, that's your husband?" She's like, "Yes, it's him. Like, I know it's him." And so they got the still printed, and that's a great picture of him. He's just kind of sitting on there, just smiling, in Italy. And but yeah, the rest of the pictures, like the ones that were not of him, she just fucking chucked, and it sucks. God damn, does that suck?
That's pretty bad.
But anyway, it is what it is. And anyway, he had pictures of the what the hell is that road? The Switchback Road. Really huge and famous in the Italian campaign.
Highway 6?
Probably, like, it's the one that, like, it was miles to go up to it was near Monte Cassino. Near Monte Cassino. Highway 6. So he had pictures of that because he had to drive that. He drove a truck that carried artillery rounds, and caissons and shit, and he dragged them behind them and also carry rounds. And so that's what he did. And he took a picture of this road from like a mountain, overlooking this road. And then he told my grandma, he's like, "Yeah, I had to drive up that thing. And then, the planes would come and strafe us. And it was just, whatever." And so those pictures are gone. It fucking sucks. And then he was at Monte Cassino as well. And there were pictures of the actual hill and the Abbey. I mean, it was very like hard to see. If you didn't know what you were looking at, you'd be like, "Okay, it's a mountain."
Yeah, like, what the fuck's that?
But like you could see like all the craters if you really looked close. you'd see all the craters and just this like small, tiny thing of a building on the top of this mountain.
Yeah.
And that was Monte Cassino because he was there, and
that was an insane battle.
Oh my God. I mean, fucked up.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jake Brown says actually these photos of these guys with the Panzer Shrek, these are Polish soldiers.
Yeah. But they're in Italy though.
Of course, yeah, no, they are in Italy.
Yep.
I thought maybe they were British.
Well, they're fighting with
they're wearing British uniforms, and they would, but like if we
Yeah.
can't see their identification real easy, like it's hard to tell they're Polish Legion, you know.
Right.
That's why
yep.
First glance, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but Polish troops, they fought in all fronts, by the way. All fronts that the Western Allies fought in, the Poles fought in too. So people that don't know that, the Poles.
Really? I didn't know they were in Indonesia.
Bring everything to a screeching halt.
Well, if I could punch Western Allies,
if I could punch you in the penis right now, I would do it. Western Allies on the Western Front. How about that?
Okay, there you go. That brings it down because the British definitely fought the Japanese. Just saying.
So this is a pretty cool photo. This is going with the theme of guys with rocket launchers.
Rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Look at that. They got helicopters again.
What? Okay. Hold the fuck on.
This isn't a goddamn coincidence anymore.
Yeah.
What's going on in this fucking picture?
So it looks like this could be a fake photo, but
it's gotta be reenactors or some shit.
Yeah, because two guys with an American bazooka and they're loading a round into it.
Yeah, I see that, but like, okay, let's talk about the details. Okay, so he's where do we start on this picture?
You want to start from top to bottom?
Okay. Guy on the left has got US looking frog skin or parachute material.
Did he kill a guy for that? Probably.
Or found it.
Yeah. I mean, he does have a rocket launcher.
But like, go down a little bit. Go down a little bit on his
like a sweater on underneath his tunic.
Those look like Luftwaffe, but they're not. What kind of Y straps are those? Those are very thin.
Those are very thin.
This might be a fake photo. I've seen it a lot on various forums and whatnot.
Go swipe to the right or to the left rather. Yeah. Okay, so Africa Corps field glasses, very shiny Y straps. That's
they look brand new. And if you look closely, there's like weird like VHS grain on this photo.
Yeah.
So I don't know. These guys, and this guy looks a little rotund.
That's not always an indicator though. Like I found that out. I know. So we'll call it detail contributing factor. Okay. Okay. So he's got the Iron Cross second class ribbon. That's fine.
The ribbon looks kind of weird though. Like it's people sewed it on like weird ways like that. That's not the issue. The issue is he's got what looks like an infantry assault badge with the wreath on the right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
The wound badge on the left. And so unless he has a fucking Iron Cross first class, which maybe he does, which you can see probably popping up.
And look he's got the weird flashlight too.
That's I can't see enough of that, but like that's actually the German style. Swiss style. But
you don't see a lot of pictures of them. Especially when you're standing out in the broad fucking daylight.
Right. So the Eagle, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to both the guy on the right's hands. Because the guy on the right, the chubby guy.
Oh, this guy right here? Okay.
The chubby guy, yep. Okay. He's wearing his wedding ring on the right finger, which means that he's German.
Right, that's the wedding. That's the German wedding finger.
Yes, and so that's a small detail that most reenactors won't get. Zoom out. This is fucking cool.
This is pretty cool. Yeah, I'll help finish. I just want to finish this one, and then I gotta go.
Yeah,
fine. I gotta get going too.
What the fuck? Go to the left.
This is a really weird photo. Because I mean, look at this guy on the left. Like his tunic is like, all of his stuff kind of looks way more aged than the guy on the right. The guy on the right, like even his tunic has like no creases on it. Like if you go back to like the wide pan looking at him, like way up on his arms, even. It looks like everything he has is almost so new, other than his binoculars.
So why would he have a zoom in on his ribbons on the guy on the left, his Iron Cross, and then what's below that?
I can't. It looks like another type of
War Merit Cross, probably.
Yeah,
okay.
Something.
So why would he not have some kind of assault badge?
I don't know. He's just got the Iron Cross right here.
Yeah, the first class, but you're not required to wear anything that you don't want to. But like, okay, interesting. Zoom out.
Those Y straps are weird. I've never seen them look like that.
Yeah. Huh. His Litzen are also really kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
The guy on the left.
Yeah, he's got the Tressa right along.
Oh, he's an NCO, but he doesn't have the shoulder boards to. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, could be a fake then.
You think it's a mocked up thing?
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Because go on the guy on the right because he's got Unteroffizier shoulder boards on.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have Tressa on? Yes, he does. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
I could have sworn I once saw a photo of these two same idiots from like another angle or something. I'm trying to look for it.
Please do, because
it's from like the 1990s. Yeah.
Well, this one baffles the shit out of me. Like it's weird. There's something just it doesn't look right.
I mean, I swear I saw those two guys head to a Taco Bell after this.
No, he looks like it. But like it's weird. Like this guy's got some kind of sweater or something on under here,
which is normal. It's normal,
right? This guy also has like a knit sweater on under.
That's also normal. Yep.
Right. I know. It's
depending on where they're at. Like, if you can find another picture with these two clowns.
Yeah, I'm trying.
If it's them sitting in a Taco Bell from the 90s, I'm gonna lose it. No.
Wearing the same.
Just in the same stuff. Just yeah.
This is one of those things where it's just it's a thing that should be like, you see it all the time on the internet, but instead it's extremely rare.
Well, it looks like the guy on the left is wearing a tropical tunic, unless it's just a really, really worn wool tunic. But a tropical tunic, an M40 would have the pleats on the breast pockets.
Right. Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah, because it looks rather thin compared to even the guy on the right's tunic.
Yep, and he's kind of popping out of it.
Yeah.
Which is okay because he's wearing a sweater. That's fine, but like,
it still seems overly tight. Like you could see his fucking rolls that clearly go all the way across his torso.
Right. Right.
Found another kind of interesting photo of a German with 2 American bazookas in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fun.
Devin's got to go soon, so just get a picture of these two.
I'm actually 15 minutes late, but.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
but I kind of want to see the German guy holding 2 American bazookas. Like,
oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we can see that. That's no problem.
Yeah.
He's like, look what I found. This also looks like Italy behind him.
Or Africa, even.
Maybe even Africa. Well, that was where they captured the bazooka.
Yep.
Was Africa.
I mean, that guy's a badass, though. He's got 2 rocket launchers.
Can you imagine shooting both those simultaneously?
It's probably almost like shooting one simultaneously, but now you're using 2 arms.
It would just, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't do it.
Like, there's a little bit of recoil, but not much. But like, yeah.
Well, see, it'll just balance out if you shoot one backwards and one forwards. That's all you got to do.
Well, see, like you could do it like this, and that's fine. And because this is the type also that doesn't have the forward handle on it, but do it like that. But like the way he has it, like both of them are on one shoulder. Like he was like shooting them like both if they were pistols or something.
Wow.
Right.
No, he's got to turn one backwards on the other shoulder and then like jump off a cliff and do like a 720 and blow up 2 tanks, and then Call of Duty will just flash in the background. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
Boss mode. Well, this was fun.
Yes, sir.
But all good things have to come to an end.
All right, gentlemen. We'll see you probably next week.
That's right. I'll be here as far as I know, unless I'm not.
Enjoy the snowstorm, Devin.
I'm fucking loving it, Mike. I was already out in it. It's great.
Yeah, it's not good to drive, though. It's fucked.
No, the roads are absolutely fucked. And since, like, nobody can hire anybody, there's, like, 4 plow drivers in the whole fucking state. Right. So it's great.
I actually went out and tested the Mac Daddy today for the first time.
Oh.
Say what?
Worked well.
The Mac Daddy, you know?
We'll end the broadcast, and I'll show you really quick, and then you guys can go to bed.
Yeah, it's like a brick that's a machine gun.
It's not a machine gun.
I'm not going to bed. I'm just leaving.
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you're late for bed? Is that what you said?
Bed,
I'm late.
Because here's the thing. I got to be impressive tomorrow for training for a new job.
Yeah.
So we'll end this bitch now, and then, by the way, if you're watching this and you actually made it through, Mac Daddy. Comment, fuckers. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna take off. But you guys stay here for like a couple seconds. I'll show you the Mac Daddy, and then
no problem.
Take off. All right, fuckers.
He called us cuties. Look at that. That makes me feel better.
All right. Later, everybody that's watching.